In this video, we'll see how to solve equations involving like terms on the same side of the equation. We're going to have like terms and distributive property and combining the like terms. So the problems involve a few steps in order to be solved. So I'm going to have a few sets of problems, and on every set I'm going to add steps to the problem. So set 1, I have negative 12x plus 8x on the same side of the equation equal negative 48. So on the left side of the equation I have like terms. Like terms can be combined. When we combine like terms, negative 12 plus 8 is negative 4. X equals negative 48. That now is one-step equation where negative 4 is multiplied by the variable. We need to use the inverse operation, divide by negative 4 to solve for x. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is our 1 or unit. 1x equals x. And the solution on the other side, negative divided by negative, is positive 12. When the equation contains double signs, remember to change it to single. Negative 3x minus negative 4 means negative 3x plus 4x. So I'm going to rewrite this problem using single sign. Negative 3x plus 4x is like term situation where negative 3x and positive 4x can be combined. So that will be positive 1x. 1x equals x, so the solution for x equals 6. Let's add another step. In the second set, I'm adding more terms and see how to simplify by combining the like terms and then use inverse operations to solve. So I have 6m minus 3, then I have this minus minus, which I'm going to change. So I'm going to rewrite the equation using single signs. Then 6m and 4m are like terms, so they can be combined. I'm going to bring them together. When I combine the like terms, 6m plus 4m equals 10m. Then I have a multiplication and subtraction. So using inverse operation on the constant, we add 3. Bring down 10m. 10m is multiplication. Division is the inverse operation, so divide by 10. And the solution will be 2. When we combine the like terms, we combine only the same kind. And like terms are our multiplication term. The constants are our addition and subtraction. In solving equation, using inverse operations for subtraction, addition, for multiplication, division. Next equation, I have negative 4 equals 8 minus negative 5n. So I like to rewrite the problems using signs that are only one per term. So 8 is positive, that's positive 8. Then plus 5n, so positive 8 plus 5n, and then plus 1n. So whatever is invisible, I like to make visible as well. That way I can see my like terms, 5n and 1n, they can be combined. So I am going to combine 5n and 1n, that will be plus 6n. Then on the side where the variable is, I have the positive 8, which is the addition, and then I have plus 6n, which is a multiplication. So first we undo the addition by using the inverse operation, subtraction. Subtract 8 on both sides. Bring down Negative and negative we add, negative 12, and then 6n is positive here. Dividing by 6, which is the inverse operation. Because 6 is multiplied by n, we're dividing, and the value of n will be negative 2. In the next example, I'm adding distributive property. So the next set is going to be distributive property involved. When we distribute, we multiply the number outside by each term inside. So I have distributive property first, where negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times a is negative 16. Bring down the plus 4. Bring down the equals, the 24. Now I have an equation that doesn't have parentheses. I have two like terms on the left side, so I'm going to combine those two. So negative 2x will come down, minus 16 minus 4, because we're looking at different signs, sign of the bigger number, so minus 12. Now I don't have any more like terms, so it's time to start using inverse operation. Add 12 to both sides. Bring down the negative 2x. 24 plus 12, that would be 36. Dividing by negative 2, because the variable is multiplied by negative 2, the inverse operation of multiplication is division, and we divide by the same number in order to create the unit, or 1x, where x positive divided by negative is negative 18. In the next problem, we have parentheses. That means you have to use the inverse, you have to use the distributive property. But right here, where you have this double sign, I'd like to rewrite everything containing one sign only. So I have the 5 minus, there is no number in front of the parentheses, that means it's 1, hidden coefficient 1, negative 3x plus 4 inside the parentheses equals 10. Rewrite the double sign using single signs only. Then use the distributive property, where the number outside, and again that number outside is negative 1, positive 5 is the constant, negative times negative is positive 3x, negative times positive will be minus 4, negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Rewrite the problem by combining the like terms. I have 3x positive, but then positive 5 with negative 4 will be combined. So when we combine the like terms, that would be 3x plus 1 equals 10. Now we don't have any more like terms to combine, so it's time to use inverse operations. First, subtract 1. Three x will equal 10 minus 1, 9. Then divide by 3. And the solution will be 3. And for the last set, I'm adding more terms to my distributive property, but the process remains exactly the same. If you have parentheses involved, it means distributive property will go first, where the number outside will be multiplied by each inside. Then we'll combine the like terms. Then we'll start using inverse operations. So distributive property first. Negative 2 has nothing to do with it, so we just bring it down. Then 3 times x is 3x. Positive times negative is negative 12. Minus 5x equals negative 8. Combining the like terms, positive 3x and negative 5x. Constants, negative 2 and negative 12. negative 2x for the x term variables, positive and negative we subtract, same sign we add, negative 14. After you combined your like terms, now you have a multiplication, a subtraction, so it's time to use inverse operations. First, add 14 to both sides. Bring down the negative 2x. 14 minus 8, 6, positive. Dividing by negative 2, because the variable is multiplied by a negative number, the inverse operation of multiplication is division by the same number. 1x equals x. 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. If the problem has multiple signs, rewrite it in order to simplify it a little bit. Negative 5x minus, then in front of the parentheses there is that hidden coefficient 1. Inside the parentheses you have 3 plus 1x, and then you have plus another 7 equals 28. So when you're filling in the missing information and have less signs, the problem is a little bit simpler. To get rid of the parentheses, we use the distributive property. So here negative 1 times 3 and negative 1 times 1x. Negative 5x comes down, minus 3 minus 1x plus 7, because negative 1 times 3 is negative 3, and negative 1 times positive 1x is negative 1x, equals 28. Combining the like terms comes next. Negative 5x with negative 1x are like terms. They will be combined together. Negative 3 with positive 7, there are two constants that are like terms. They will be combined together, and then equals 28. Negative and negative, we add the numbers, so negative 6x. Negative and positive, we subtract the numbers and use the sign of the bigger number, 7, so it's plus 4 equals 28. Multiplication of negative 6 times x and addition plus 4 equals 28. First, we create that zero pair, so use the inverse operation, minus 4 on both sides. Bring down the negative 6x. 28 minus 4 is 24. Use inverse operation, division, because x times negative 6, it's multiplication. Inverse operation is division by the same number. 1x equals x. Positive divided by negative, negative 4. So the steps for this particular type of equation will be to use distributive property if you have parentheses involved. Combine the like terms if you have multiple terms. Combine the ones that are alike. And then start using inverse operations in order to solve.